my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, the camera actually works. This is very surprising. Anyway, got an OU match I got over Smogon. And this is quite a long battle. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite a long battle. But I am narrating this to show you the power of a Metagross! Or the power of coming up with your own freaking original movesets. And battle start. Just to get in-game music. Okay, so that guy's name is Brad, and he has an SB on. He's leading with the SB on. And I'm gonna lead with Salomon, which I named Forgotten because, like, it's barely used anymore. It's only an OU because it can't go any lower than OU or else it'd become too powerful, and then everyone would use it. And then it'd move back up to OU. So, anyway, he's gonna set up a Reflect. I'm just gonna go for a Dragon Dance. So yeah, after stat boosts, he's gonna switch to a Spirit Tomb. And this guy was talking about, like, everyone, like, looks at my team and they disconnect. So, I wonder why. And I'm just like, dude, your team has, like, 12 Wallish Pokemon on it. So, I know I have to get up 2 Dragon Dances to do normal amount of damage with Dragon Claw since Reflect is up. So, that's exactly what I do, and that's about half the Spirit Tomb after Life Orb and such. So, he's gonna Will-O-Wisp, and officially, I'm at like a quarter of my attack thanks to Reflect and Burn. So now, at this point, I'm like, I gotta get out of here with Salomon. This isn't gonna work, I think. I don't know, this battle was a while ago. No, I'm gonna keep setting up. Because I know Salamon's can be forgotten about. It's not really that useful against the opponent's team. I mean, there's an Alomola, and I don't have any really reliable recovery. So, like, Roost is good, but it's not reliable. Like, I gotta get rid of the burn and such. That's why I take Rest over Roost on my bulky birds. So I'm gonna take burn damage. Spirit Tomb is gonna set up a Calm Mind. I'm just gonna Dragon Dance again. I'm at +4 at this point. So now I will be doing normal damage. No, wait. So you're half by the burn. I'm at basically +1 after 4 Dragon Dances. And that Shadow Ball hurts, but I have some special defense investment, and that will allow me to survive it after the burn and such. So he's gonna switch, and I don't remember what I did. That's an Alomola. Okay, I just attacked, even though I could have roosted. I thought he would have stayed in just to finish me off, but he really didn't. So Mence is gonna go down to his own Life Orb recoil, which is whatever. I mean, Mence is really expendable. He's just my main sweeper, that's all. So I'm gonna go into Fear 3, the Togekiss, with Tri-Attack. For whatever reason, Maryland doesn't realize that Togekiss can have Tri-Attack, but Pokemon Online does. So I'm gonna go for that Tri-Attack. And he's like, I thought you were gonna Thunder Wave. I did. Parahacks. So at this point, Alomola is gonna Toxic Togekiss, and I'm just like, man, I really wish I had Heal Bell on this team. So I don't use this team anymore because of the fact it lacks Heal Bell. Poison's gonna slowly rack up on me, and he gets Parahacks. So I'm gonna Air Slash to try to Paraflinch him to death. And no, wait. He went for either Protect or Aqua Jet. And I found out later that it was, in fact, Protect that he went for, which is why he went first. but got paralyzed. So, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's really late right now. So, he's gonna protect, you know, residual damage and all. And that's really whatever. I mean, Alomola is not that tough to get rid of, right? Found out later that that's not the case. In fact, that pair of hacks is gonna end up hurting me later more than it's helping me. I'm not gonna tell you how exactly, but still. Okay, so now he's gonna switch to save that Alomola, and here comes a Blissey, and I'm just like, stupid pink walls. I hate the color pink. Pink is not right. And I'm just like, okay, Blissey, I have two choices. I can set up on it with my nasty plots, and then try to risk para-flinching him or getting hacks off of the tri-attack and flinching him to death, maybe. Or I can switch out. I choose to switch out here. And here comes the sweep. I go into Metagross, and at this point Metagross is like, I've got your whole team covered, watch this. The opponent really doesn't have anything for Metagross. Afterwards, he did ask me for this Metagross set, by the way. Just saying. So he's going to have to switch. I'm going to... I think I went for a Meteor Mash to just kill the Blissey. Yeah. So he goes into the Alomola to resist it, but I just completely missed. So it's back to full HP now. It does have the unreleased Regenerator ability on it, but that's whatever. I'm going to try to para-flinch that thing to death with Metagross. I do get a para here. Leftovers just being a pain in the butt and all. I'm going to continue para-flinching that. And flinch. And leftovers again. And Zen Headbutt. And he's like, this isn't doing as much as it should be. And I get a crit there. And this time he does make it through and scalds me. And I believe he gets the burn. Yeah. Don't you just hate the hacks? But that Alomola clearly has no attack investment. It's max HP and max defense, judging by how abysmal amounts of damage I am doing with Zen Headbutt. Burn. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna continue para-flinching you. I don't care that I'm burned. I'm gonna continue para-flinching you. And I do para-flinch again. This is probably the luckiest I've ever gotten in any battle, ever. And I'm just gonna continue Zen Headbutting. So, yeah. Para-flinch fest. Go! And he gets off the wish. Lovely. The two wishing towers of walls. It's terrible. So he's going to switch to pass off that wish to someone else. Goes into a Dragonite, and I'm just like, well, shoot. I predicted that. And I want Meteor Mash. I get the attack raise, which is amazing, because now I will be able to one-hit KO that Blissey if he decides to go into it. After the wish, Dragonite is back to full HP, which is torturous. And he starts setting up Dragon Dances. I'm confident that he doesn't have Earthquake or Fire Punch. So I'm just gonna go for the Toxic, and at this point he's just like, what is going on? And at this point he basically knows I'm a defensive Metagross because I have Toxic. But he doesn't know what kind of defensive Metagross I have. So he's gonna continue Dragon Dancing. And at this point, okay, he didn't go for the Fire Punch. He doesn't have it. He didn't go for Earthquake. He doesn't have it. I'm going to rest and basically force him to continue setting up. Because well, he obviously has Extreme Speed and Outrage. What else does Dragonite have? So, yeah, now I'm back to full HP. Burn is gone, which is amazing. And I'm going to be stuck asleep for 2 turns. So, I'm thinking, do I switch? Do I have anything I want to take a Dragonite plus 2 Dragon Claw? I'm just like, no, I do not. So I stay in, take about half from that Dragon Claw crit after ×2. And at that point, he basically knows at plus 2, that's probably an Adamant Dragonite. A crit does less than half. I am a physically bulky Metagross. I also use Metagross's son now. It's a Metang. It's also named Space Rock, and it's also shiny. Okay, so in comes Espeon, setup screens. That's rather whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Reflect. Okay, I'm just like, at this point, this battle's gonna go on for about 50 more turns. Meteor Mash time! And Meteor Mash does half. After the Reflect. At +1. Without attack investment. So, he's gonna switch now. Go into Spirit Tomb. And I'm gonna Meteor Mash that too. Just Meteor Mash everything. And I believe this is Bold Max HP Spirit Tomb, judging by it has Calm Mind. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm obviously not gonna kill that thing by trying to Meteor Mash it to death. There's a Reflect up. It is not worth trying. So I'm gonna go for the Toxic. And I'm just hoping at this point he doesn't have the Rest. Because, you know, Rest is something I would run. He Will-O-Wisps again, so I'm burned. Again. So, it's whatever. I'm gonna continue getting my HP back with leftovers. He's gonna get some HP back with leftovers. At this point I'm thinking, okay, I'll just Poison Stall that thing to death and rest off the damage from burn eventually. So here's Meteor Mash, and that does nothing. And rest. At this point I was like, Metagross, you may be dying sometime soon. So, the opponent manages to rest off my Toxic and get back to full HP. So I'm gonna just Meteor Mash that thing, because it's sleeping and I want to punch it. I get a crit, and the attack race, which is amazing. Even though I'm still not going to be able to finish off the Spirit Tomb. So, I'm just thinking, okay, I have to play smart. When am I going to use my Rest? If I use it too early, he'll wake up before I do and start setting up on me while he's asleep. if I use it too late, I'm going to have a Pokemon that sets up on me later. So you have to time it perfectly. I decide to wait until the turn he wakes up to rest. I think. If I remember correctly, I waited until the turn he woke up to rest. At this point, I'm down like 6-3. 6-3. No, 6-4. 6-5? It's 6-5. So, yeah, he's going to wake up this turn, so I'm going to rest. I know what you probably are thinking. Why would you rest here? Because I have the feeling he's going to wake up and he's going to rest again. And I don't predict that one correctly. What grammar? What horrendous grammar. Anyway, he's going to calm mind, and I'm just like, okay. I know I resist. Actually, I don't resist. Why didn't I realize I don't resist? Anyway, okay. Metagross, you've got somewhat decent natural bulk in special defense and a good HP stat. I'm going to rely on you to take a +2 Shadow Ball, or Dark Pulse. And Reflect is gone now, and I'm going to wake up next turn, and I'm not going to be burned, and I will be able to KO that Spiritomb. So, all I have to do is live. Come on, Metagross. You can do this. I believe in you. And I take that like an absolute champion, and that does exactly half after Leftovers recovery. Very nice, very nice. No, it's not exactly half. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? And I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna hit the Meteor Mash, and I'm gonna kill that Spiritomb off. And that's good job, Metagross. I believe that's 1 Pokemon down, about 5 to go. In comes Snorlax. And I'm just like, okay, Meteor Mash that to the face hole. The big fat belly. This is what you get for weighing almost as much as a Metagross. And that does half. And Stockpile. I'm just like, no! No! What Snorlax is this? And I realize it is the Flaming Spade Snorlax. I believe. It was. I don't know. He never really told me. But I'm guessing it had Stockpile, Belly Drum, Body Slam, and Rest. So I'm just like, okay. I can win this still. All I have to do is successfully knock out that Snorlax. And I'm going to bluff being out of Meteor Mashes. And I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt. Hopefully either a flinch or a crit. And I don't get the flinch. And he just goes Body Slam, and that does nothing. So, in the end, it sort of paid off. So, I'm going to get Leftovers recovery back. He's going to get Leftovers recovery back. You know, we're just chilling with our leftover food. Gonna Zen Headbutt again, and this one's gonna finish off that Snorlax. Except it does. I'm just like, except it doesn't, but I clearly don't remember this battle because I recorded it about 4 weeks ago, and I haven't looked over it at all, so this is based off of my terrible memory. I'm just like, Alomola, I can Paraflinch you! And it's at this point I really wish I had that Alomola Toxic poisoned, because it would have really been quicker if it was poisoned by Toxic. And I get the crit, which I don't think it would have mattered, because I've been really lucky this battle, and I could have Paraflinched it or something. But instead I just get the crit. And I'm back to 255 HP. I'm just like, okay, Blissey, I have saved a Meteor Mash for you. And I'm just like, yes, I hit the Blissey with a Meteor Mash, and now it's gonna die, right? Wrong. It lived. And it Thunderwaves me. I'm just like, well, shoot. I am paralyzed now. What am I going to do? And Blissey gets about 50 billion HP back from leftovers, and I get my basic 22. And Blissey's gonna go for Wish, and I'm just like, ugh, what is it going to do? And I'm gonna Meteor Mash again. Luckily for me, I don't miss or get Para, which is like a 40% chance of happening total, so I do manage to hit through it, and I'm gonna KO that Blissey. I'm gonna get more leftovers, and Espeon comes in, and I'm just like, well, now I actually am out of Meteor Mashes. At this point, I realized that, and I'm just like, oh no, Hidden Power Fire is gonna kill me, right? Wrong, it wasn't Hidden Power Fire. And I'm just like, yes, I can win this still. So I go for the Zen Headbutt without a Reflect Up. Luckily I don't miss, and luckily I don't get parried again. So luck is really on my side this time. And Space Rock is doing work. In comes Dragonite. And yeah, Dragonite's gonna be a Dragonite and Dragon Claw. And at this point he proves that he doesn't have Earthquake or Extreme Speed once again. I'm gonna Zen Headbutt that Dragonite, and I don't remember if it lived or if I KO'd it with this. It lived, but I think Poison finishes it off. I think, I don't know, more stuff. Nope, Poison didn't kill it. And it's going to Extreme Speed, which was really pointless. At this point, the opponent didn't know. The opponent knew he couldn't win, so he just Extreme Speed did. And I haven't been parried yet, which is amazing. And that's the end of the battle. So, that ends up being an amazing 5-0. I only end up revealing 3 of my Pokemon, and just so much helping hacks and the sweeping power of a physically defensive Metagross. And you look on Smogon and you wonder, man, why doesn't the Brutal Challenge make sense? I mean, he has so many random sweeps up. I mean, he swept with a Pythagoras before. That was without entry hazard support, without using other Pokemon. Pythagoras was the only Pokemon he used in that battle. It's amazing. Well, anyway, enough of me bragging about myself and how much better I am than all of you. That would be a good game. It's currently about 8 billion o'clock. Wait, let me actually look at it. It's 2:30 in the morning. So, question of the day is definitely, if you had to make a Metagross set for Smogon that everyone could look up and use, what would it be? You can't use one that's already there. So go ahead and put your own EVs and stuff in. Yep, that's almost it. I mean, subscribe to me. I like British accents and Australian accents. And any foreign accent. Oh boy, now I'm just talking to you people. Xenon! Xenon! I'm coming for you! Okay. Goodbye! Actually, no. Wait. one more thing. If anyone has a way to get Xenon to battle me, please tell me, okay? Okay, goodbye.